Before I say anything else, I want you to think about your life right now, not the one you post online, the real one. Because whether you realize it or not, you didn't just end up there. You built it. Slowly, quietly, with the things you chose to tolerate. There's a truth about life most people don't realize until it's already too late. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It just happens quietly. Every single day, you're making a trade, whether you see it or not. You trade your time for things that don't always matter. You trade your energy for people who don't always deserve it. You trade your peace for situations you know, deep down, you should have walked away from. And the dangerous part is, it doesn't feel like a big decision. It feels small, insignificant. Just this once. I'll deal with it. It's not that bad. That's how it starts. I remember when I was younger, there were things I knew weren't right. A job that drained me. People who only showed up when they needed something. A life that didn't feel like mine. But I stayed. Not because I was happy, but because I was comfortable. And comfort can be a very expensive prison. You see, fear doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it looks like staying where it's familiar. Sometimes it sounds like, what if things get worse? So you tolerate, you endure, you adjust, and without realizing it, you start building a life around things that were never meant for you. Years pass, not in big, dramatic moments, but in quiet, ordinary days. Days that feel the same, days you barely remember, until one day, you look around, and you don't recognize the life you've built. Not because you didn't have dreams, but because you kept trading them away, piece by piece, for approval, for security, for the illusion that there would always be more time. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. What you tolerate today becomes your life tomorrow. If you tolerate disrespect, you will live in disrespect. If you tolerate unhappiness, you will wake up to it every day. If you tolerate fear, you will never move. Life doesn't suddenly change one day. It slowly becomes what you accept. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. You don't get what you deserve. No, you get what you allow. That's the truth. You can be kind. You can be talented. You can have dreams bigger than the sky. But if you keep allowing the wrong things into your life, that's what your life will be filled with. Now listen carefully. It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about awareness. It's about looking at your life, honestly, and asking yourself, what am I tolerating that I shouldn't be? Is it a person, a habit, a fear that's been holding you still? Because the moment you see it clearly is the moment you can begin to change it. You don't need permission to walk away. You don't need approval to choose peace. And you don't need to keep paying the price for a life you never wanted. At my age, you start to understand something very simple. Life is not just what happens to you. It's what you accept. And if I could go back, if I could speak to the man I used to be, I'd tell him this. Be careful what you tolerate, because one day, you will wake up inside the life you built from it. Make sure it's a life you actually want.